Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Game Club podcast, where this week we're not actually going to be talking about a game that we played. Instead, we're going to be talking about a game that we're all excited for, Mega Man 11. I had to have a conversation with these guys about the trailer because I feel like there's so much to talk about, and a+start is going to be watching it for the very first time, and you get to see it right now on the screen here. So,
are they going to? Well, actually, yeah, they will.
Okay, so all right,
Mr. Start, if you could.
Let me just blow it up, and then
it's blown
let's
up.
go. Okay.
Let's do it. I'm technically watching this. For
Okay,
the
we've got some
second time.
classic pixel art Mega
Also,
Man.
who are we?
Whoa, hello.
I'm Beta64, and that's a+start, and then
Hi.
Jesus did the intro. The end.
Okay. All right. I think I like this.
This is gonna be your whole reaction for the whole
It's
thing. All right.
It's okay if
Yeah.
you don't. It's okay if you don't.
All right.
No, I quite like this. This they got some nice lighting going on. I like how you can see the
Reaction.
shadows in the back.
I know. Andy, you sound like a person who's eating like bad cooking, but you don't want to. No, I actually really
I like
I
it.
like that. Yeah.
That's a cool boss. I like that. That's
I mean, I like the potatoes. They're pretty good.
Mega Man 11.
And that's it. It only took 1 minute.
Wow, that's old.
That's all you get.
That's all you got excited for?
Okay, all right. Well,
That's it.
Impressions straight off the bat. I guess this hasn't been in development very long. I'm
No,
guessing
it-
just by how much they've shown of that.
I believe it's been 1 year so far, and they have a year to go before it releases.
A year?
Yeah, I know. I was really disappointed by that too. I'm like, a whole year? Oh my goodness.
Like,
I
I
mean-
mean, all it is just the same Mega Man formula, but with a different art style.
Yeah.
It's like, how much work did they put into the art style that it took a year?
Actually,
Or
you know,
they-
let me just go back to it because we're doing like a screen share thing, so you guys can see what I'm seeing, and
Yeah.
I kind of like that. That's nice. See, look at that. I actually quite like that. It's like cell shaded, but not. Or maybe it is just straight up shit. Those trees, those bushes, they're like that's like a
So-
2D texture. That's quite nice.
Yeah.
I love the art style. I think the art style looks really good.
Yeah.
They made Mega Man look a little bit more mature, but it still has that distinct classic Mega Man look.
Reminds me of the look from Smash Brothers.
See, I wouldn't.
yeah.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because he's
I
actually
said it.
taller. You know, he's taller looking.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I can see
That's a new power up. That's a new suit.
Yeah.
I guess. I see. I like that. Like, there's some nice lighting there. There's some really nice, like in the background. There's this scene where like he jumps and yeah, that's nice. I
That's
actually quite like this.
It's interesting that you got a good impression from the art style. For me, the only thing that I'm not really jazzed about with this trailer is the animation. I think the
Oh, yeah,
animation's
it's
a little
awful.
stilted. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
You know
has
what it
that-
is?
Go ahead.
You know what they've done? They've literally just taken the sprite animation and they have because obviously that would have been like 8 frames for a run cycle. They've obviously added more frames because it's in 3D. So that's a 3D model, but they've just had the exact same keyframes from the sprite animation.
Well, it's
So-
interesting because, like, I think you're right too. Because I slowed it down to like 25% of
I was
its
just gonna
original
do that. Hang on, let me
speed. Do it up.
see.
But
in depth.
when I did that, I was like, oh yeah, this is actually. It looks like they're mimicking the original animation of the NES games because he puts his arms up in the air when he lands. There isn't like a a little bit of animation to show that he hit impact or anything.
Yeah,
like
there's no
that.
squash or stretch. This is it's very rigid.
Right. But it's funny because like in Smash 4, it worked perfectly. You know, everything that they were going for was to mimic the original 8-bit Mega Man, but in a 3D space, and it looked great. I thought, like, to me, that's still never going to be anything better, than how he was represented in Smash 4.
Agreed.
But I was telling someone else on Twitter, like, as far as deviations go from the art style and everything else, like, this is probably as good as it's ever gotten for Mega Man inside Capcom's own house.
Yeah,
know,
yeah, I would agree with that.
A lot of people love the Marvel vs. Capcom Mega Man and the Mega Man 8 Mega Man, but I don't like those at all. They look kind of strange to me, but this one is probably the best one outside of the 8-bit Mega Man. for Mega Man himself. I know that there's different variations of the Mega Man, like Mega Man X and Powered Up and stuff.
I'm gonna say this. They've only shown like 3 enemies in this entire trailer.
Yeah.
They have done no work on they have one costume. I can guarantee you this. They literally went through and go, all right, guys, we got to make a trailer. What are we going to do? What are we going to show? And they're like, what? We got like 3 enemies done, a couple bosses, like one of the kind of like outfits you can wear. It's like, just throw that in there. They'll love it. It's Mega Man. What else? That is what exactly happened.
The art style is like...
It's
is
strange.
everything,
I don't
is
hate
everything
it. It's just
3D
strange.
or is a lot of it?
It's a mixture between the two.
A lot of it's clearly 2D art. So it's got that. All right, so I liked Sonic the Hedgehog 4. I'll say that, but it's definitely like.
Oh, so you're the one.
I bought it 17,000 times.
You're the reason they made a part 2. I get it.
Yep. You're welcome. But it's invoking that same kind of technique to save on resources and time. It's like the enemies are 3D, but the environment is all 2D essentially.
I like this boss with the digger. I like that. I like the design of that. See, the thing is, I've always liked Mega Man's designs. Like from this looks very much like the kind of promotional art that they've always done with Mega Man. I like it.
Yeah,
I can't really the look of the game. I can't really fault. I heard rumblings on Twitter, and I was just like, a lot of people bashing it, like, oh, it looks like an indie game, and yeah, kind of, but it's not. You could do what? Hell, if my game looked like this, I would be very happy.
I'd be very happy if I could make anything half as good as this.
Yeah,
it definitely does look like an indie game, and I think like a lot of people just they believe that if Capcom really put in the money, people would buy a high budget Mega Man game. Like if you really put in like a ton of money into a 2D side scrolling or perhaps an adventurous 3D engine Mega Man game, people would actually buy it, you know? And Capcom has the resources to do it. So I think it's like there are some people that are just frustrated that Mega Man is still relegated to its archaic gameplay. As fun as it is, I think people just want to see more out of it. Like, have you guys ever played Beautiful Joe?
Yeah. That one I have played.
Wow.
Well, that was a full budget Capcom game that was based in a 2D engine. So, like, if Capcom gave that sort of effort towards Mega Man, I think that people would be even happier with that. But
Nope.
But at the end of the day, I think we're all just thrilled to death that we're actually having a Mega Man at this point.
Yeah. I mean,
So
what
many years
decade
went
is
by.
this?
Did you know that the last Mega Man game in the mainline Mega Man franchise was 2010, I believe?
Okay. So
I think
it's
I
been
remember that. Yeah, that was on the PS3.
it's been relatively long in that respect, but
Oh,
that's
I've been
only
counting
two,
the days.
That's only 2 years more
Counting
than
the days for 7 years.
wow.
Yeah,
Dang, dude.
I got
It's been
scratches
a
on the
long
wall.
7 years, but finally Mega Man is here again.
Finally
I feel
stop
like-
writing scratches on the walls.
You know what's funny too? I feel like this is a very appropriate Game Club podcast because we've taken a bit of a hiatus. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, this
Sorry
is
about that,
perfect way
guys.
to
By
get
the
back
way.
Yeah,
and now we're talking about a game that was in hiatus. That's perfect.
So
Yeah.
it's the perfect thing. Totally. We need to talk about Bubsy, gentlemen.
Oh yeah,
that's the way we're gonna get
we
back.
will be getting to Bubsy.
We'll be getting back. But
Yeah.
more specifically, Mega Man. Can I just say this? I never really liked Mega Man.
Whoa!
Really?
Yeah, it was too hard.
Okay.
It was good. It was just too hard. I'm not like the Super Meat Boy, freaking punish
Cuphead.
you to death. Well, I do like Cuphead.
What?
So maybe wait, you know what? I'll say this.
Coming
I
up.
like Cuphead, so maybe I'd like this. Maybe I like Mega Man now. I just haven't checked with myself recently
Check yourself.
before
Yeah,
I wreck
definitely.
myself on Game Club Podcast.
Oh.
You know
Yeah,
what we
I
should
mean,
do? We
should
should
I do?
we should do our next Game Club podcast. And yes, I am saying this instead of Bubsy.
Sorry.
Get all your gasps in now.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do Mega Man 2. about Mega Man 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can beat it.
If I.
I might not be able to, but okay.
No,
I'm willing.
Well, there it is.
I'm willing.
I'm looking at Mega Man 2 right now.
no pressure to beat an original NES game. I know that the audience really likes that, but like,
At least you two have, right?
what's that?
I think I
Yeah,
may
you-
have gotten pretty far. I don't remember ever beating it. It's an
I,
old game. I played those a
If
long time
you
ago.
haven't beaten it, how in the world am I supposed to?
I've beaten all the original Mega Man games, except for 8. 8's the only one that I was like, this is just, oh boy.
Oh boy.
That's the one with the bad voice acting, right? That's
Oh
the-
yeah. Oh, that was another thing I was gonna mention too. You probably couldn't hear it in the trailer, Andy, but they added a little bit of a voice to Mega Man every time he shoots off the Mega Buster, which I hope they add variation to it in the final game. But like the point is that you could actually hear his voice when he shoots off the Mega Buster, and I think it sounds good because like in the past, Mega Man in Japan has kind of pressured Capcom in the US to give Mega Man a little girl's voice
Dr. Light, how's it going? Will it be okay?
to emulate a boy's voice. And
Yeah, I can see that.
as a Mega Man fan, I've always hated that. It's like he's Mega Man, not
Yeah.
Mega Boy, not Mega
Sure, he's
Man.
Mega Boy, actually.
Mega preteen.
Have you looked? Yeah, there we go. Mega preteen.
Not Mega 30-year-old woman pretending to be a boy. So
Mega Bart Simpson.
yeah. Don't have a Mega cow, man. No.
Oh,
Now there's a 90s reference.
Yeah.
That's something I can get on board with.
But yeah, when he shoots off of course, there's no way to really tell how great the voice is or not. But like in that one little clip, there's some hope there. He's just like, yeah, or something like that. So I'm like, yeah, all right.
While we're on the subject of this kind of 90s references and things, okay,
Sure.
like I
I've
said,
got a pack full. Let's just get through.
early, I could sit here all night.
So friends, am I right?
Yeah, but it's like with this, and earlier I said, what decade is this? Because in 1 year we have had Sonic Mania, we've had a new Bubsy, we've had something else that was Crash Bandicoot, and now Mega Man 11.
I'd say
It's
3
like
out of the
all
4 were great
these-
choices.
Yeah, it's like all these old school video game characters are kind of coming back. It's like I'm a little bit worried that we're gonna have this kind of like nostalgia burn. Like there's just so much of this old school gaming just coming back. It's
I'll tell you what I'm worried about.
Well,
I'm
go
worried
on.
about companies overdoing this and
Yeah,
they're going
like
to ruin the
oversaturation.
franchise. Basically in the fact of they're just going to keep making the old games again and no one's going to like them. They're just going to ruin the whole nostalgia for them to begin with, and then it's going to be just game over. No more
Well,
Mega Man.
Hey, that kind of
that's it.
happened with Mega Man 10. But I'm going to take a different approach to this. I'm going to say that this is all a good thing, and I'm hoping that with normalizing the idea of getting all these classic franchises back from the grave, that we can start judging them for the quality that they present and not the fact that they just came out of rest for so long. Because with Mega Man 11, I am definitely going to be giving this game a little bit of a pass because it's been so long, and I do love the Mega Man formula. So it's like I can't bash this game really. I can mention the things that I'm like, I wish they had done this, but I'm gonna be buying this game and I'm still gonna be loving it. But I do want to get to a point where we do have a Mega Man game that is at the same caliber of production value as Beautiful Joe was. I'd love for there to be like skippable cutscenes, more modes, like you can do co-op with Proto Man and stuff like that, where they really start to innovate the franchise, but also, just want to see it at least once every 2
You
years.
just want Mega Man.
I just want to
he
see it
just
once
wants
every
his
3
old
years.
friend back.
Yeah.
I just want Mega Man back.
I just want my friend back.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. Okay, so being a big, I'm assuming you're a pretty big Mega Man fan then. In that case.
Classic, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
like all the deviations that they did, but
Okay, so all right, because that leads me to my second question. Would you rather this, the kind of 2D classic design of a Mega Man game, or if they were ever going to announce in your wildest dreams a new Mega Man game, would you have ever gone, oh, let's have a 3D game instead? Like, did you Mega Man Legends, for instance, were you big on that, or?
So I might actually end up doing a YouTube video, even though it's not my type of content, basically explaining something to this extent. But one of the things that I've thought about extensively is Capcom's approach to the Mega Man franchise is, if they come up with a new idea, they like to make a brand new Mega Man for it. And I say, despite the fact that Capcom has been doing that for several years now, they need to stop because all it does is muddy the brand of Mega Man. If you want to make a brand new 3D Mega Man game that is on par with like Super Mario Galaxy or something like that, just make it Mega Man. Don't make like Mega Man Star Bomb boobity doo. Like, no, that's not Mega Man to me. And then you're also radically changing the lore of the Mega Man franchise to accommodate this new Mega Man. Yeah, there's lore for every Mega Man that's available right now.
That's a lot of stories to tell.
Right. So like, I'm totally down for a brand new 3D Mega Man, but just if you do it, Capcom, make it Mega Man. Don't come up with a brand new one. Don't bring back the Legends Mega Man. That's part of the reason why you put your foot in the water for Mega Man Legends 3 and then realized nobody cared, and then you were like, we gotta cancel it, and then disappointed so many people, is because there's a divide in your audience for who wants Legends Mega Man and Classic Mega Man and Mega Man X. So it's like, just consolidate.
Wow. I feel like I know now why we recorded this. You just wanted to talk directly to Capcom.
Capcom, listen!
Please, I just need to do this right!
Someone put a muzzle on, she says. Yeah.
Just send this directly at Capcom. Listen to me. And they'll respond to you.
I'll make a YouTube video that's directly addressing Capcom, for sure.
Because
they love it when they do that.
Who was the guy who invented? Who's the series creator? Is it Keiji Inafune?
That's right.
That's the guy. He no longer works at Capcom. That's why he had the whole Mighty Number 9 thing, right?
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah. So
200 points. All right.
So this is not only a kind of very unforeseen that they would even do this, make it, because it seemed like a new Mega Man game was completely off the cards. Is that right?
No, they've had, they announced some stuff in the past. There's actually a game that they canceled that was pretty far along that actually, to me, looks a little bit better than this. It was called Mega Man Universe, I believe. And, you could play as any Mega Man you wanted. You could unlock, Mega Man X, Mega Man, the terrible box art Mega Man.
Gross.
Yeah, so on and so forth.
Not that thing.
And Ryu from Street Fighter and stuff. It looked really awesome.
That was best Mega Man.
That was best Mega Man, my fave.
My fave.
But it got canceled for some reason, and that was right off the heels of Inafune leaving the company. I remember, you had a playable demo that I actually tried of this game, and Inafune was at the convention taking questions from the press and stuff, and then shortly after that, he left, and then the game was gone.
Was it any good?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was functional. It kind of had the same look and feel as Mega Man 11, though. It was 2.5D, and the animations were about the same. It's if he walked, it was a little stiff, and if he landed on the ground, there was no impact animation or anything like that. But it was still fun, and you could customize the stages. It was essentially Mario Maker for Mega Man. They were a little ahead of their time, and they just dumped it.
That's strange.
It's so sad. It's sad what they do to these classic series. Sonic, Mega Man, even Crash for the longest time. They all just died, and they kept killing it over and over and over again.
I can understand why something like Crash changed hands.
Yeah, I can understand
through different studios a few times, so I can understand that one.
But then you gotta think, maybe it should have been better because it would have been fresh. Every single studio that got it would be able to go it through a different route and try something new. But,
no, the problem was is that they were too uncoordinated, and I don't think they got as much of a budget as they needed. But the biggest problem was Universal, I believe, is the one that holds the rights to Crash.
Yeah.
They were handing off their key franchise to people that with less experience. So
that was their first mistake. Their second mistake was not stopping.
That's classic. That sounds like it should have been like Jurassic Park or something.
I'm gonna get a recording of me saying that.
We already have one. You just said it.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
This is why we
on
actually
a
secretly
t-shirt.
record Game Club podcasts, just so we have these
I need it
audio
framed.
clips. It's like,
Yeah.
I wish I recorded that. Wait, we have.
We got it. Yeah. I think Crash Bandicoot is an example of maybe too many cooks, you know, and my jam is not necessarily your jam kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like a bunch of different people are going to try different ideas, and not everything's going to stick. Sonic is a different. Sonic, I think, is trying to appease the two different sides of the same fan base. That's never going to work out.
But hey, you know what? Sonic has the same problem as the Mega Man franchise to a lesser extent. You know, remember how I was explaining earlier about the too many Mega Man universes?
Yeah.
Sega only has 2 to deal with, and they still have trouble fumbling it. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, who do we
Mario
appeal to?
has 2. They have 2D and 3D, and they do great.
Yeah, but the look and feel of Mario is consistent throughout.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Which you could argue, in a sense, is maybe a bad thing too, because I think did we have this conversation? I don't know. Either this is a conversation we've had, or I've heard it being talked about somewhere. But the fact that Mario never really, as a franchise, it doesn't really go to new places. Everything's kind of borrowed from other games. It's like you constantly kind of revisit the same kind of ideas thematically in worlds.
Mario Odyssey is definitely a departure from that.
Yeah.
I think we did have this. Yeah, I think we were talking about it
We
during
probably talked
Odyssey.
it during the Odyssey video.
Yeah, that makes sense. And now I've forgotten my point.
So Mega Man.
So Mega Man, but
Mega Man.
Mega Man is a
Sorry.
thing with things.
Are you excited,
It's
Andy?
gone. That train left.
Are you
And
excited?
it is not coming back.
I am
I
excited.
know you're excited, she says.
Yeah, was the question, am I excited for it?
Yeah, are you excited for it?
See, I like Mega Man. I've never disliked Mega Man. It's not my favorite series, but every game I've ever played within, you know, whether it's the classics or, you know, I loved the X series on the SNES. I've played a little bit of Mega Man Legends. See, this is the thing. I need to play more of Mega Man to really, you know, solidify or cement my kind of appreciation of it, I guess. But I've never not liked it. So seeing this, just on art style alone, this has got me written all over it. I love these kind of games. But I think there's a couple of things they do need to change. You know, we've already talked about the animation. That would be the first and foremost thing. You know, because if that is a 3D model, or if that's just sprites based on a 3D model, like a lot of 2D games have done in the past, just add some more frames. Just give him a little bit of buffering between some actions, and just like smooth it out. You know, this is going to be a game that's most likely at 60 frames, and it's like, use those 60 frames wisely. You know, have it looking polished. But like we said, we don't know how long this has been in development. This could be like, you know,
2 months.
like the Sonic Chaos remake that I'm working on right now is like maybe a little bit behind how much they've done on this, and it's like, you know, it's still a long way to go. So maybe they're just, you know, figuring it all out.
You know what's funny is they could have greatly benefited from that little disclaimer at the bottom of the screen that says in development, but they actually chose not to do that for this one. You know?
Yeah, that would have been why, that was a bad decision. Yeah,
It's not actually in development, guys. It's just there.
that's the game.
All right, good point. Yeah, I mean, if it's coming out in 2018, of course it's still in
Yeah, this
development.
is
But you
late
know,
2018. They announced this super freaking early.
but
Yeah.
game developers love to put that little disclaimer at the bottom that says like gameplay in development.
You
or
know
something
why?
like
Because then people stop complaining about it, or at least they less complain about it.
that. Right.
That's the
Maybe
new
that,
thing.
yeah. That there's a weird logic to that. Maybe they're actually hoping that people are like, yeah, this animation sucks. So they go, that's the first thing they do. When we all get back to the office on Monday, you sort that running animation. That
Yeah,
needs to
him
be
and
fixed."
3 other people working on this game.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's just like 3 people in the office, and they're just like, guys, we need a new Mega Man game. They're like, well, if you want to go make it yourself. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they were just basically like, they're like, let's put out this trailer now so that we can get the terrible articles from Kotaku, and then we can work off of that.
It's like, this is an indie game. It's made by the interns in the office.
Do you know what's weird? I'm sitting here watching this footage and I'm like, could I make this game?
Dude, I could make this.
Could I make this game?
Let's make this game, everybody. Let's make
God.
Mega Man 12.
Capcom is pretty nice about fan projects too, so you know.
Yeah.
Just add another one to the list, Andy. Just make all the
know.
fan remakes.
Do you know that convention that's too many games? It's just gonna be me going, I've got too many games to make. there are too many games.
Too many games I have to remake.
Yeah.
You know what's
I
one
know,
thing?
go
Oh,
on.
good. You know what's one thing I'm probably gonna hate about this game, by the way,
Go on.
is the Robot Masters. Let me see if I can pull up a picture. Robot Masters silhouette.
They haven't shown any of those. Let me see this again.
Didn't they show like
They're-
silhouettes or something?
They did.
Huh. So, they already exist then. I guess that would have been the first thing they would have designed. To be fair, that would have been.
I could see that.
Here we go.
The
I
first
got
thing
it.
that comes up is a
I'm gonna-
bunch of DeviantArt articles.
So I'm telling you right now, I'm probably not gonna like the Robot Masters in this game because I'm a guy that likes the Robot Masters that look like Robot Masters that you could play as. So I like Snake Man, I like Ring Man, I like ones with the same body type as Mega Man and also has a face. But these guys resemble more of like Mega Man 8, where like they can be any size and shape that they want. So like the guy on the far right just looks like a big dumb thing with a ball on his head. I don't know what that's gonna end up looking like, but I know it's not gonna be looking like my.
Starman.
Yeah, right. He let himself go.
Okay, man, work out. God. Take care of yourself.
The guy on the far left looks like one of the bosses from Sonic Lost Worlds. So
One of them is just Sonic. The guy at third
Yeah,
one.
look
Right,
at
that's
this.
just Sonic.
This guy.
Sonic
Guy
Man.
right here.
Sonic Man, Starman, Man.
Wow, one looks like Wally. Wally back there, or
all-
Rob the Robot. It's one of the two. The one next to Sonic, directly next to Sonic on his, well, it'd be his right, I guess.
How can you
So-
see under the text? How do you even see that?
So that's gonna be my beef. But every fan's different, so it's like, it's a lot of people liked Mega Man 8. So I mean, I guess there's that.
There are people who think that. And I don't like them, but there are those people.
Yeah. They're not my people, but there are people.
They follow under the conditions that they are both deaf. Well, they're deaf, dumb, and blind.
Oh, let's
yeah.
not go that far.
Well, I mean, this, you know.
So is this
the
from like a
voice acting.
Japanese trailer or something? Because it says Rockman.
Rokuman. Yeah.
Urokuman.
Rokuman.
You sound like somebody from Jamaica. That was amazing.
Rokuman.
Urokuman.
Rokuman 11.
That was great. I like that. Yeah, actually, let's make a little deal with you
A
guys.
sister
Diesel.
pact.
It's like,
Yeah, we'll play it, and then we'll see you guys in about a year's time.
see you guys.
That's it.
We'll make a
And
video
we'll
in a
see
year.
how we all feel about it.
See you all in a year.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll make other podcasts in that time.
Eventually, dude, everything's gonna be okay. Once
gonna be fine.
once the finals are over, everything's gonna
I feel
be
like
okay.
I feel like while we've got an audience here, I just want to apologize that podcasts have been going out very, very slowly.
Welcome to the Apologize Podcast.
That's the whole reason we made this video. Mega Man was a front. We're so sorry.
I'm sorry. Me so sorry.
No, we really appreciate everyone that comes onto Twitter, my individual channel, saying that they love Game Club Podcast and they're wondering when the next one is. It really shows that there's an audience out there that actually cares about the show. So, you know, to those folks, thank you so much, and we're sorry
You're the
that
best.
it's taken so long. We're all just very busy people. It's not just one of
That's-
us; it's
yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
It's coming up to Christmas while we're recording
Oh, yeah,
this,
look at
and
that.
I've got like a million things to just get
Freaking
through.
Andy's been just like working himself to death and just.
I don't feel as I kind of burned myself out the last time I worked this hard, but it's just to get videos out this month. You know,
Oh, you're working hard on
I wish I could do
videos.
Glitchmas. That would be good, but I can't do
Dude,
that.
let's do Glitchmas again.
Yeah,
I never did it before, but let's do it again.
Let's hypothetically do it again. But yeah, I just want to apologize to you guys.
Hey, do you guys want to announce something that we've been working on?
What have we been working on?
We could, yeah, I guess we could announce.
Guys, who wants to announce it?
All right, guys. I just want to announce that
We're all getting married to each other. It's not that. It's not. Did I screw the pooch on that one?
No, actually, I was gonna try to find something funny, and I couldn't do it either. We are talking about.
Andy did it for you.
Yeah, I know. You're taking away. That's the only reason I'm on these Game Club podcasts. I'm like the straight man,
funny guy.
but also the funny guy at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm straight funny.
Two roles.
That works. That's like when Ben Stein's the comedian.
Okay, we are talking about the collab, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. So we are
Good.
doing a.
What are you doing? No.
wrong?
Secret.
We're doing a collab, gentlemen.
I was talking about Bubsy.
We're doing a
Go ahead,
collab
go
on
ahead.
Bubs. No, we're doing a collab. Me, Shazaz, the a+start, and some other guy by the name of Shane Gill. Did you know gaming, gentlemen? Gentlemen, ladies and
It's-
gentlemen.
It's so exclusive that it almost feels wrong to say out loud.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I was.
Now we absolutely have to do it.
Now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang it! I
If
forget.
you're listening, Shane,
When's the deadline again?
we're gonna actually try to put up these videos on the 20th. We're hoping to have everything wrapped up a couple
can do
days
it.
before.
I can do it. I just get through this project and I'll have to do it.
But yeah, anyways, to explain what's gonna happen is we're gonna crossbreed on all of our channels. So essentially, there's gonna be
It's
one.
already-
Crossbreed our channels.
Wow.
So on my channel, it's gonna be like Diddy Kong Racing, and you're gonna have a+start doing 3 minutes of glitches. You're gonna have Beta doing 3 minutes of beta elements. You're gonna have Shane Gill doing 3 minutes of trivia information, and then you got 3 minutes of your boy, she says,
Ya boy.
doing boundary breaks.
Sheboygan.
And it's gonna be like that across all 4 channels. So be very excited.
Yeah.
And I hope that all of you who watch Game Club Podcast will support that little project.
Yes, please watch it. We need it. Please help me.
Wow, this got slowly a lot more desperate than I'd
FYI,
hoped.
I'm doing Donkey Kong 64. In case you're wondering, yes, I've done a video on it, but there's been so
Right.
much new info that this is gonna be big.
So yeah, that's keeping me busy. It's
Yeah.
definitely keeping you guys busy as well. So that's if there are no more podcasts this month, I promise once January comes around,
We'll be doing
we'll be back on.
Once we
on
get
schedule.
our good system back, gotta get
Yeah.
back on our sketch.
Please follow us on the Twitter. That's not desperate sounding. We got
Not at all.
Twitter handles dropping down from the top of the screen right now. If you want, you can follow us on Twitter. I know not everybody has Twitter, but anyways, then you could follow us on our individual channels. We got a+start, who's got Son of a Glitch. You got Beta64, who has betas.
That's
and
me.
then you got me, who does Boundary Break. That'll be in the video description down below. And that's about it. We don't know when we're going to be doing our next episode, but
we'll do
please
it.
stay tuned.
Please.
But all right, guys, thank you so much for listening, and we'll hopefully see you again very soon.
Bitch,
Beach.
I missed you guys.
I miss you too.
It's been it seems like it's been forever. It's been a couple of weeks, I guess.
I know. I love doing these too. So it's,
Yeah, that's what I want you guys at home to know. We love doing this genuinely. So I'll leave it there.